Hello, dear friends. Today we're going to read an article about environmental pollution, which is a topic that comes up in different skill questions in almost all exams. So, according to the article published on Guardian.com, as you see here, our children are unfortunately victims of air pollution. According to a study, air pollution causes premature deaths, which is like 1,200 children die across Europe every year, each year, and also it causes physical problems and mental health problems as well. So an expert in environment, according to an expert in environment, what we see is that this infection starts in the womb and continues all through the life. So what does this in the starts in the womb means? This means when a lady is pregnant, the baby is in the womb. So what we say anne karnındayken in Turkish. And so here we focus mainly on the vulnerability of children, and which means in Turkish yatkınlığı, right? So duyarlılığı, that is in English sensitivity, as pollutants can have impact on their development that is permanent. Remember the adjective permanent and temporary, so which means it never stops. And so, and when a lady is pregnant and exposed to uh, to uh, dirty air, this causes low birth rate and premature births as well. And here also, as you see, there are lots of serious illnesses which this pollution causes, like uh, uh, like asthma and respiratory diseases, which means solunum yolları, right? And ear infections, and also increase the risk of allergies, and the allergies which also may affect brain development. And so here we see children are exposed to this filthy air more than adults. Why? Because they breathe faster, and also they are, since they are short, they are closer to the ground, and also of course they stay out more. And according to the director of this, one of the director of this projects, um, what he states is that here, of course, that there are lots of things to be done to protect all citizens, but especially we should try more in order to lessen the impacts of air pollution on children. Um, of course, here in this context, question of what can be done to reduce environmental pollution has been asked as an article question several times in different contexts. So what we say, reducing the sources of air pollution. How can we do this? Including road traffic. So what can we do? We can lessen the traffic. So if we stop driving our cars, and if we start using public transportation, of course the traffic will be less. And coal and solid fuel burning, and so what we say, an industrial emission. So if we stop building factories, industries, of course we will lessen this reduce this air pollution. So but these are the ones that we are already familiar with, all of us can remember about this. But here the focus is um, another kind of recommendation, I should say, is that um, the, they recommend creating clean air zones around schools, which means temiz hava sahaları, and where traffic would completely restricted, and also engines will be stopped. And also, local authorities and schools are expecting to plant trees, ivy screens, which means in Turkish sarmaşık, and hedge fence around playgrounds. Also, this was again once I had read this. Also, switching to back roads for walking to school. This means not walking on the center roads, okay? And better design of school and childcare facilities with good ventilation and filters, which means havalandırma, can reduce children's exposure to pollutants indoors and outdoors. So this means if they build filter systems in the classrooms, so this will help them to breathe less polluted air. Okay, so it is a long article, but we have already covered the most important points here. So I'm sure if you want to read, you can just go on. And here our first lesson after our group further reading lesson. I'm waiting for your comments. Take care. See you in the lessons. Bye bye.